What's up guys? What's up? Welcome back. The car is on the trailer, as you can see, the E46. And basically because I took it to work last week to have some things sorted, to fix the exhaust or re-weld the exhaust, so that is done. But it's not finished yet. I'm bringing it back home. I hope it's not too windy for the mic. I'm gonna move myself here. Yeah, so it's back now. We're gonna take it off the trailer, and I've solved the drive shaft issue. There was an issue with that, I'll get on to that later. And we're gonna sort out the bumpers and a little bit on the interior. So basically the car as it sits is almost complete. We just need to get it running, and then it's ready to go drifting. The parts inspection. So there's an issue with the drive shaft. Basically, I bought the engine with a whole bunch of parts with the drive shaft with it, but they gave me the wrong drive shaft. It's been a whole shit show and the guy doesn't want to help me anymore. I'm not getting the right drive shaft. I've looked at options, and apparently finding a 5-speed 330i drive shaft is a lot harder than I thought. So I picked one up from a 323. The length is pretty much the same, but it has a different diff flange. And also it has the smaller diameter guibo, so that's where this thing comes in. I bought it from Heck Engineering in the UK. It's a gearbox, a drive shaft adapter, so to adjust from the big guibo to the small guibo. It's a pretty expensive piece for what it was. This cost me like 130 bucks I think in total, with import duties and all that stuff. But this is gonna solve our issue. So that way we can mount the drive shaft to the car and then put the exhaust on it. With those two things completed, the driveline is completed. So that is very, very good news. Okay guys, so this is what we have now. I'm actually not convinced by the product. So, well, this is how it works. I knew it was going to be this way, but yeah, their tolerances are basically too big. So on the guibo side it's okay, since the holes match with the bolts. But here the bolts are actually smaller than the holes in the drive shaft flange. So there's movement, there's play, and yeah, basically you have to align it or center it by eye, but that's difficult to do on such a piece. Especially when you need to tighten it like this. It's hard to tell if it's completely centered. I don't think it is. Okay, we're in the car here. As you can see, this is the big guibo flange on the gearbox. And so with the adapter, we're going to be using our small diameter drive shaft. There's one more issue though, this drive shaft is too long. And instead of shortening it, what I wanted to do first is I'm just going to make a little plate because the center support bearing is just behind here. So I've got these things, you know, with an L shape, very, very strong. I'm just going to put over here like this. I still have to make a hole here, but yeah, and I'm going to tighten to the chassis here and maybe weld it to the chassis at the back. I'm not sure yet. Then that is sorted as well. Okay guys, a quick overview. So here, the front of the drive shaft, and then here I made these two plates. Just yeah, to position or to connect the center support bearing. It's more than sturdy enough. It does not move around, so I think it's going to be fine. So here is the exhaust. So I had to cut off the flanges and weld others on there. As you can see, I made a little piece. It looks like shit, but it's completely shut, I think. And well, it fits the car now, so that's the most important thing. And then interior wise, the driver's seat is already mounted into place, the passenger not yet. I've left that one loose, so it's easy to take out to install the seat belts, because I need to be back here to connect them, and that's gonna be a little bit easier. We've got the hold fast steering wheel, the shifter, it's mounted and now it's also connected. So nice shifter. I'm just Not sure if it's going to be too close to our handbrake, but that we'll only know after driving it for the first time. Right here from QSP, brand new, bright yellow harnesses to fit the black and yellow team in the car. So yeah, I'm gonna figure out a way how to mount them. I've got a bunch of hooks in different sizes to see what fits in the car, because apparently the seat belts, the bolts should be a certain thread size. That's universal across, I think, even, well, all of Europe. But for some reason most of the holes in the E46 are not compliant to that, so I'm not really sure. That's why I've got those extra ones. So let's see if we can figure it out. And then the rear bumper, I've mounted these quick releases. They're like the cheapest shit I could find. But I think it's gonna work. I still need to redo it though, because, or not redo it, I need to take off the front bumper and take out the bumper bar that's in here, separate it from the plastic, and then connect the bumper bar to the car, so that only just the light plastic is held on by these quick releases and not the whole heavy bumper. And I went to get some paint, so not color match, but just metallic black paint to yeah, take care of this thing, because it's really like a sore thing in my eye. We're gonna do that first, and when that is painted and we have paint left, we're also gonna give the bumper a coat. We let everything dry overnight, and this is what we got. A nice black hood, matching the rest of the car. Well, not exactly, there is a difference of course, but yeah, I don't mind it. Okay guys, we're back here. It's been another week again. I'm really good at this stuff. So on the car we had some electrical issues. Basically I found out that I forgot to connect some of these power wires, this power supply. I just didn't have a connector to plug them into. I got that now. I just went to the scrapyard, got that. It's a stupid piece really. Connected that, and also these wires I connected. I'm pretty sure these have something to do with the power supply for the ignition system. These weren't connected, so that probably explains why I didn't have spark. They are different connectors, I believe, because the car is a pre-facelift model and the engine comes out of a facelift model. Probably some little differences here and there. So I connected it with some spade connectors, not space connectors. And I'm actually quite confident that like this it should start. If it still doesn't, it could be that I still have to bridge two wires on the EWS module. But I'm gonna try without doing that first. So yeah, fingers crossed. We don't have enough juice. I'm gonna try out another battery, and otherwise I'll have to put a car to it. I would rather not to, because then I can't listen what the car is doing because of the noise, but dingen verbonden hier. Woehoe! Alright, yes, it runs. So it was just those little electrical, well, things that weren't connected. But yeah, no more problems. EWS, nothing. It runs pretty smooth. It ticks quite a bit still. I think it's just from standing that the lifters, they need to get fresh oil in them, and I think it will get a little bit better. Still, it has quite a lot of mileage, but it runs. The temperature stayed in the middle, although I have a leak here. As you can see, it's all wet, and it's this connection right here. But it happens that I just have this hose new. I just bought it for one of these clips, but I'm going to replace the hose. I'm gonna let it cool down, change out that hose. That should solve the problem. Connect the radiator so it yeah, doesn't fall and I don't destroy another radiator or radiator hose. And 50 E28, remember. And then check the level of all the fluids, and then we're going to move it inside. I really badly want to take it on a test drive, but nothing from the suspension is tightened yet because it still has to be aligned. So I'm not gonna take that risk. I'm gonna roll it inside and then I'm gonna do an alignment.
Het zijn wel echt dikke riemen.
Ja, ik weet het. Misschien dat ik nog ga beklagen dat hij mijn nek zo gaat.
Ik denk dat ook.
Ja. Ja, dat zijn die banden achter, die zijn een beetje gerecht. Precies. Oké dan.
Hij wil het.
Staat dat je scheef. Klootzakken. Oh, manneke smal.
Dat is
Stuur
een
is wel echt.
video.
Ja, is wel echt. Ja, ik snap het niet. Het stuur.
Wel min 40 graden.
Ja, de temperatuur is echt.
Ik denk dat je banden raken.
Ah, dat shit wel. Ja, dat wel. Okay, so as you guys saw, we just did our first test drive in this car. It was interesting. The car ran fine. I just put a clutch fan on it for now, and it didn't overheat with that, so that's good. It drives good, it pulls pretty well. Yeah, that sounds good. Engine runs well. I've found a few little things, so the to-do list has expanded again. So I need to bleed the clutch. Sometimes it just wouldn't go into gear, and when I pumped it a little bit more, it came. So we need to get some more air out of the system. And the tires that are on there now, they are way too big. They rub on everywhere. So as you can see here, there's quite a bit of rubber here. There was also some clunking coming from underneath. Maybe it's just the noise from the diff and all that that I need to get used to again. Yeah, overall it was fun. So I'm actually gonna end the video here probably. So I thank you guys for watching. Again, I'm sorry for the later update, but yeah, it was busy. It's always the same. But yeah, hopefully once this car is up and running and completely finished, we can like go drifting at least once a month. I hope a little bit more, but well, I don't have that much money, so we'll see. But one video a month of drifting, and then I hope 1 or 2 videos of wrenching, because when this thing is sorted, we're jumping immediately back on this thing. So yeah, we're mid-April now. I want this thing to be up and running in mid-June. So I've got my work cut out for me, but whatever. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next time.